in the moonlight. I got the hellhounds barking at my door. I'm hearing footsteps in the hallway and I hear the floorboards creak. It's enough to make my blood run cold. But when darkness falls, save you. When darkness falls, save you. There's a ghost in my room and it's standing in the corner. I hear it breathing heavy, see its glowing eyes. The wind is howling outside and I hear the sound of chains. It's enough to make a grown man cry. But when darkness falls, I will save you. When darkness falls, I will save you.
Again. What's up? No, I don't want to hear a joke. Fuck yeah. Earl Skakel live in the house. That is my lovely dog Lois. I just told you I didn't want to hear the joke, and you tell it anyway. You're going to be put in timeout, Giovanni. Sorry. I mean, come on now. We don't talk about him in here. So you're going to have to go to his stream for that. Bone modes. We don't talk about that in here. This is a Perry-free zone. So, but welcome aboard, Bone Loads. I appreciate you coming into the stream. And yeah, let's just not bring it up. Nigel Thomas, 9691. What the fuck are we talking about in here? We talk about everything and anything and nothing at the same time. We are just I'm just a humble, unknown stand-up comic. And, you know, Nigel, you're maybe the most unfunny person I've ever met. I got to put you in 5-minute timeout. That's what I'm going to start doing when you people start bombing in my stream. Well, thank you, Hamilton. Then you can lead the stream and enjoy the comedy stylings of somebody else. I don't give a fuck. But welcome aboard, whether you're here for a short time or a long time. Come on in, the water's fine. No, thank you. No, thank you. Hamilton, no, thank you. What up, Keith? Amazing. Shout out to your Buffalo Bills. Nothing for Cyber Mondays. You know, I've got everything I want in life, so I don't really need anything, to be honest with you. So, I mean, I looked around, you know, nothing I saw that really floated my boat. Well, it's actually a good evening for me. And that is my dog, Hamilton. She's a 16-year-old dog that is sick. So she got a cough from time to time. But she will be asleep in about 5 minutes. Thank you, dog. Thank you. It is a doggy, the greatest dog in the world. And I've had some great dogs. But, so she'll go to sleep in a few minutes. And then it'll be nice and quiet. And then we can talk about comedy, wrestling, politics, whatever. It's a stream that doesn't really have a theme per se. But if anyone says, thank you, I appreciate it. She's a great dog. You know, I don't really listen to the trolls, but I let them say their thing. I mean, I'm in a great mood. So it takes a lot to get me upset. Well, thank you. Thank you. I hope you have an amazing day or night or whatever you're doing, wherever you're doing it at. I'm trying to make this stream positive and no drama and whatnot. So I realize that it being the internet, that's a tough thing to do. But, you know, I'm going to give it a try. And then see how it goes from there. But I had a good weekend. My set at the Comedy Store Saturday night was amazing. And so I'm still high from that performance, which is why I've done about 8 streams today, because I have so much adrenaline from the show Saturday night. I'm still feeling good about it. So come on in, guys. Let's have a good time. Let's have some fun. And let's all be nice to each other. There's enough negativity in the streaming world where you can go to other streams if that's your shtick. But in here, we're no drama. We all get along. And that's probably because there is no drama in this stream why I have 5 people in here. But that's all right. I'll still do an hour stream for those 5 people. And I'll do it tomorrow and Wednesday. And then you guys can go to other streams where people call each other names and whatnot. Not in here. My name is Earl. Earl Skakel is in the house. And I try and educate you guys about the brutal world of Los Angeles stand-up comedy. Axl Rose was right. Welcome to the jungle, baby. Not a truer song has been written about the LA comedy scene. And I've been a foot soldier in that scene for about 25 years. So I've seen it all. I certainly haven't done it all, but I've seen it all. So I'm like a resource book for you guys who are just comedy fans. And I'm here to educate you. So we do talk a lot of stand-up comedy in here. We talk about roast battle and Kill Tony and anything related to stand-up in here. So I hope that you guys enjoy my style. And I'm certainly not for everyone, that is for sure. But, you know, that's why the beauty of YouTube is there's 1,000 people streaming right now. What up, Ace? Ace Live in the house. And because I am such a good person, I like to tell you guys who else is streaming so you guys can go watch them. I'm probably the only person in the streaming world who does that. So you've got Late Night with Bobby Nick. You've got, let me see, you can watch the Earth spin in 4K on the SEN network, SEN. You've got an Oakland Bay Bridge camera with 22 people watching. Let's at least beat that let's at least beat that stream. We've got Keanu Thompson streaming. Dave Serra is the streaming. Pat Dixon is streaming. So we got a real hornet's nest of what up, Lala. Orange chicken pizza would be good now that you bring it up. Everyone say hello to Lala. She's probably at a gig right now, and you know, I will see her hopefully later this week. And you know, me and Lala are LA comedy homies. So, did you see that missed field goal tonight? No, what happened? I did not watch football tonight. Please tell me. I don't really watch Monday Night Football anymore. Oh, he missed the ball? That's funny. So you have plenty of streaming options. I don't know what Keanu is doing. I'm not going to watch it, but you guys can watch it. I'm just giving you options if you don't think I'm funny. I'm a hockey guy. The only football I watch, unfortunately, right now is the Pittsburgh Steelers, and that ain't a fun team to watch. I'm always here. I just lurk. We don't mind lurkers. We don't mind the lurkers. You know, I know people lurk. I've been made aware of some people who lurk in here that you people would be interested to know who lurks in my stream. But that's okay. I don't mind trolls. I don't mind lurkers, fans, friends, enemies. I welcome everyone into this stream. So, oh, you'd be surprised who lurks here. You know, it's a very interesting group of people who come into this stream. But that's all right. I can take it all. No, Buddhist priests I don't know when you say Ari. Ari who? There's Ari Shafir. There's Ari Manis. I don't really watch Stranger Things. Yeah, LA comedy is 70% lurkers, and the other 30% are people accused of sexual assault. But we won't get into that here. I mean, I love how there's a comic who had to flee the city a couple years ago because he was accused by four different girls of varying sexual proclivities. And he just ran home to the East Coast to his rich parents. Um, and now he's back in LA. So, welcome to comedy. And literally put out a post the other day on Instagram. Hey, LA comedy, I'm back. Now, this guy's one of the worst comics I've ever seen in my life, regardless of the allegations. You add the allegations in, and now he's really unfunny. Only in LA would someone announce they're back when they got kicked out of the city. I mean, he's banned from every club in the city. Why would you come back here? Do you like the 2003 4? Yeah, I love David Tell. I don't necessarily know if I liked that show, but you know, I'm kind of going for that vibe in here, a late night stream. But you know, YouTube certainly is very crowded, so I'm not going to say, you know, because he's also got rich parents, and I'm not going to get sued. So, what up, Davy Smile? Of course, I wish that was a girl saying hi, handsome, but you know, nice to think, nice to know that other people find you attractive. Yeah, Insomniac was. I mean, I love David Tell. He's just a good person too, and a great comic. I mean, one of the goats. And well, I mean, you know, I'm going for that vibe in here. You know, I mean, I'm not as funny as David Tell, but I like his vibe. You know, I do think, you know, so many streams stream in the daytime and early evening that a cool late night hang for YouTube would be pretty cool. Where it's just a stream of, you know, friends coming in and whatnot. You know, I haven't yet cracked the YouTube algorithm. But, you know, never say never. I mean, you know, they always move the goalpost on the algorithm. So, um, you know, it's hard to know where to direct your energies to. But hopefully, we'll all do it together. And then we'll see you at a comedy club near you. See, that's the goal, is to just grow the brand of Earl Skakel where people want to pay to see me in other areas other than Los Angeles. Well, I mean, I realize that, I mean, I do find YouTube very funny. Yeah, Attell's just the best, man. Um, I do find YouTube very funny. Like 2 nights ago, when I looked on my statistics and analytics, I guess you'd say, um, it said my views were up 95%. And then the next day, it said my views weren't down, but I was only getting my average. So I lost 94% of my views in 12 hours. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. So I think they are banning a lot of fake accounts, which is good ultimately in the end. I'm trying to get to that bowl of fruit. Yeah, I mean, Lala, who knows with the people in our business? I mean, it's really the only business where you can be accused of sexual assault and get spots at every club in town. Um, You know, yeah. I mean, look at Kevin Spacey. So, I mean, I'm trying to snazzy. I'll find my audience. Is it discouraging to know that there's a bowl of fruit right now that's getting 35 views and I have 18? 100%. But talking about Dalia, oh, we don't talk about Dalia in here. You know, yeah, we don't do the Chris D'Elia stuff in here. We don't talk about Brian Callen, all the other idiots who moved to Austin because thank you for subbing. Um, uh, I'll watch you do. All right, we don't do the dirty talking here. Completed. You just have to stick with your guns, and you got to plow through the bad streams to get to the good streams. I am a real one, Greg. That's for sure. Too real, I think. I should be a little phonier. I'd probably be more successful, but I don't do that. Well, they did jump on the Rogan teat. I saw Holtzman Saturday night. He did move to Austin, but he does come to LA from time to time. I mean, I don't know anyone who's been helped by a dry bar. I mean, the people who've done them are doing the same gigs the next week. Um, so I believe they're about as useful as saying you've done Comics Unleashed, which I can't even get the fucking guy to return an email. And then the last couple weeks, I've seen literal open mic level comics on the show. So, and I know that guy um, told Jim Florentine, you have to change your style to get on my show. I mean, Jim Florentine would be the best comic in the history of Comics Unleashed. And they're telling him he has to change his act. Wow. Well, I appreciate that, Mikey. Um, I mean, Rogan's always good to me. I got no problem with Rogan. I mean, I'm not like in with him, but I'm not out with him. I don't know if I look a lot like Brad Pitt. You might want to check your screen, baby doll. But I'll take the compliment. You know, I get told I look like. Yeah, we don't do the Jesus talk in here, man. You're gonna have to go to Keanu Thompson's stream. She loves the Jesus talk. And tell her husband Gino that you think Jesus is black. That'll get the stream pumping. So I'll be at the Comedy Store Saturday night late. If you're in LA, come as my guest. Not really. I try and keep it clean in here, baby. Yeah, you got that right. Earth sucks. First of all, I'm not your dog, and I don't like to talk about religion in here. Definitely his Burt Reynolds impressions. Um, I mean, I'm a big Burt Reynolds fan, so man, there are some really unfunny people in this stream right now. I have to be honest with you. Thank God Lala is here. Yeah, Turd Ferguson, funny name. That's all right. I'll take the condom thing for 5,000. Well, not in this stream. You are. You bring it up one more time, you'll be blocked. Not 24-hour timeout. You will be blocked. I'm an atheist. A. Thompson, if you want to pay for the new frames, I'll try them. I like my frames. Oh, we Rampage. We don't do that kind of language in here. We don't say the N word in here. You're gonna have to go to Gino Bisconte's stream. When's the? Don't you do that gig tonight, or is that Wednesday nights at Barney's Beanery? Yes, I did have some broken glasses. I know. I'm just messing around, A. Thompson. Um, What the hell is going on in this chat? Good question. What up, SC? Yeah, I don't know. Some people get them, some people don't. So, yeah, you keep. All right, you're gone, baby. Sorry, there is no God. Tell that to the guy who had to jump off Tower 2 on 9/11, you fucking Momo. Um, yeah, I mean, I've been pumping out the streams, baby. Okay. For some reason, I thought it was Monday nights. So yeah, we don't do the God talk in here, man. When you stream more than 2 times in 24 hours, it won't. Oh, really? I didn't know. Is that true, SC? I didn't know that. Jesus Christ. See, that's crazy. You would think that they would promote someone who streams as much as I do. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Oh, see, that's weird. That's crazy to me. I mean, it's not like I'm spamming or anything. I could see if I was running a commercial for something I was selling, but YouTube is just so fucking strange. I think I'm on YouTube Premium, so I don't know how much more I could. I don't know how much more I could do. Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? I can't figure out YouTube. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, I'll look into upgrading my channel then, I mean, we'll see. I mean, YouTube sure doesn't make it easy to be successful on this platform. Yeah, but I don't think I could do a members only stream because I don't have enough members, to be honest with you. You think I mean, ultimately I'm trying to grow the channel, so I want as many people in here as I can. And I do realize that comes with a certain amount of trolls and whatnot, but, you know, well, I've got more than enough, so. Boogie Nights, Boogie Nights. I mean, I've got some great members, but if we do a members only stream, that's like Ace Live. You're not wrong there. I'll definitely show that. Along came Polly. I like my red light. I will like my red light. I have been pumping them out, just trying to crack that algorithm, baby. Um, you know, I mean, I think I did 3 before 8 a.m. So I guess I'll do less streams, which sounds crazy to me. Well, I think this chat moves because I talk to everyone. I mean, if you look at the successful streams, like Kevin, he doesn't talk to the free chat. What up, Zachary? Ma. And I don't know. I would think going live more would help me, but it seems to be hurting me. I just like doing it. Um, Interesting. Interesting. Um, well, I mean, it's tough because obviously you want to. Well, I mean, he might read it after the show, but I'm talking about during the show. Well, I don't know if I'm the best channel on YouTube, but good for you, Wyatt. What up? What up, Mad? I mean, it's just this morning I was up, I was wide awake, and I've heard your thoughts on I've heard your thoughts on David Lucas, but have you discussed Hans Kim? No, I haven't really discussed Hans Kim. I mean, to me, you could almost kind of lump all those Kill Tony comics in one boat. maybe funny for a minute or two, and then it's a little one note. I mean, I was on a show with Hans Kim at Red Bands Club last time I was in Austin. I wasn't impressed. He wasn't bombing, but it just, I don't know, it's very basic humor from an Asian guy. And, once again, I could see him having good sets in front of a Kill Tony audience, but if you took him out of that environment and put him in a stand-up show, I don't think he would do well. And no, I am not a pilot. But that's, I think, with a lot of the Kill Tony comics, to be honest with you. So, I mean, I'll be honest with you, Frankfurt. I don't remember that. And he's always nice to me. I did 2 shows with him. The first time I went to Austin, I brought him up at the Vulcan Gas Company. Hold on, Bruce Priest. I just seem to be kind of like a recycled Bobby Lee act. Nikita Koloff. So, I know, I don't know where AC/DC is. It's funny when you are used to seeing people in the stream and then they don't show up for a few days. You wonder if they're alive. What up, Kip? Yeah, I did see that, Bret. But Bret Hart's so fucking bitter. He's like the little boy who cried wolf. He hates both. I mean, Vince essentially killed his brother, so you're going to hold a grudge there. So, I mean, I've heard that, obviously all the Pat Patterson stuff, but, who knows? I mean, back then in the 90s, late 80s, WWF, WCW, NWA, AWA, Mid-South, World Class Championship Wrestling, the amount of fucking that was going on, was parallel to the Rolling Stones. So, I would love to talk to Jim Cornette. I would love that. He's a great guy. So, and I've talked to him once on Roddy Piper's podcast. Very funny, very quick, still got it. He's got a great mind for wrestling, but he's kind of bitter, so I don't know. I mean, I would love to do a podcast with him. That would be great because he could be the wrestling mind. I could be the humor, kind of like it was with Piper. I'm about 6'1", 200 pounds. Ryan, I cannot scream that, unfortunately. Well, I mean, Bret Hart literally, I think, thought it was real. So he treated it like it was a legitimate competition. It's like, bro, you'll win the championship when the writers decide you win the championship. It's not like you beating Ric Flair was a valid competition. I'm not sure. I never said that, Ryan. So I'm not a monkey bouncing a ball on my nose. You got that right, Cold C. So we've got a lot of interesting people in the stream. Hey, hit the like and subscribe button. Pretty please. I don't ask you guys for much. That's all I ask. And that you come back the next stream, which will not be, I won't do 3 streams in a day from now on. Thank you, Ace Live. It's nice to have an ally in the stream. Yeah, that's true, Kip. That's like, is there a Is there over a 5% chance that Vince offered Owen in revenge for the way Brett left? No, I don't think. Um, I just think that they took a shortcut with the rigging company, and it cost them. I am Team Skakel. Yeah, we don't talk about that shit in here, bro. I appreciate you being Team Skakel, but I ain't part of that world. So, welcome to the Earl world. Chicken Man hasn't been in the stream lately. He's another one that I go, oh, is he alive? By the way, the Comedy Store Christmas party is Sunday. I will be streaming to get you guys the live updates to see a bunch of freeloading comics who don't play the Comedy Store going there to eat food they don't deserve. I mean, it's really a fantastic case study in the LA comedy culture. I slept a few hours ago. I take a bunch of baby naps. When I can't sleep, I take some baby naps. And then I'm going to the gym. Have you been on Kill Tony? I've been on 6 times. Twice as the Iron Patriot. And 4 times as a panelist, or whatever they call it. A judge, a panelist. Didn't really have a great time on any of the times, but I was treated well. Tony and Red Band treated me nicely. I've been asked to judge Roast Battle in Austin, I think in March. Not quite sure if I'm going because they want me to pay for my plane ticket. That's comedy in a nutshell. Pay for your own plane ticket on a show that you helped create. I don't know about that. No, I would never embarrass myself, but I don't really, no offense to Tony or Red Band, I'm not going to ask them if I'm funny or not. So, there you go. What up, CC Motion? What's this guy's story is we don't talk in all caps in here. Chicken Man has just gone under the radar. Yes, Peter the Chicken Man Brennan is a mysterious figure in the Dabbleverse. We don't do all caps in here. That's my story, pal. And I think Ling Ling is in Pat Dixon's stream. Okay, well, then you're going to be banned from my chat. What is the official rule? Entertainment drives to Vegas now. Well, yeah, sometimes. 100%. CCC, I don't know who you are. Sometimes I think you're trolling me. Sometimes I think you're a friend or a foe. But I'm not going to pay to judge a roast battle in Austin. That's crazy. I won't go to the Comedy Store to judge roast battle, and that's under 3 minutes from my home. But yeah, we don't. I rarely ban people. I put them in 24-hour timeout. Would you go on to Kill Tony again? Maybe as a panelist, but I mean, I don't mind a good troll. I don't think. I mean, I'm assuming at most I'd be making a couple $100. And I don't really like roast battle, and the people who do it now are just open mic level comics, so the battles stink. I don't need to fly to Austin to. I could probably just judge from my home. Well, I don't mind the high effort. But yeah, I don't mind the trolls. I don't. I might put some in 24-hour timeout, and but I never block anyone. My mods don't block anyone. I mean, unless you do like something really like, out of bounds, as they say. So, do they like it there? Yeah, I mean, my dad had a lot of friends in South Florida, South Miami. So it really wasn't much different than when he lived here. He had a lot of friends here. I mean, my dad was a world traveler, and he had friends all over the world. So he could have lived in Botswana. And my mom wasn't, she was kind of a recluse, so it worked out. Yeah, Radar, we don't talk about him in here, man. You got to change the channel on that one. I'm asking you nicely. I mean, I do try and win the trolls over, but I'm not going to beg. If you don't think I'm funny, then watch another channel. I don't care. My childhood home was pretty dope. I wish I had it. What up, Sasha? What up? What up? We're streaming about another 20 minutes, and then we are done for the evening. I mean, I don't mind people. I don't want people agreeing with me on everything I say in here. I want everyone to have their own opinion, and we can talk. How boring would this stream be if we just all, okay, Earl's right, Earl's right, Earl's right, Earl's right. You asked me if I thought Hans Kim was funny. I said no. If you think he's funny, great. If you think William Montgomery's funny, listen to him. Buy his merchandise. If you think David Lucas is funny, go ahead. But I'm not telling you not to listen to him or kill Tony. Or if you like Roast Battle, watch it. Well, I don't know if it's the best stream on YouTube. I think I would have more than 27 people in here, but hey, whatever. It's hard to be a rookie in the NHL, 100%. I mean, you're playing against grown men. So if you're, Macklin Celebrini and he's killing it, that kid's good. And you're maybe, 6'1", 190 pounds, and you go into the corner with Tom Wilson, who's, 12 years older than you, whatever Tom Wilson is, 6'3", 240. I mean, it's tough. Is Bob Kelly funny? To be honest with you, I've never really watched him. So, I mean, he works a lot, so he's got to be funny. Adam Ray won Guest of the Year. Well, that's probably not going to change his life too much. Well, I mean, the best parties I went to were really the Hollywood Hills. The freaks were out there. Yeah, Scorchy, we don't talk about that shit in here. Go to PCL, man. It's on right now. We don't talk about that shit in here. Well, I mean, Frankfurt, I don't watch comedy, as you know, or maybe you don't know. I want to do it. I don't want to watch it. So I don't. I don't think I've ever seen him do comedy. I saw him judge a roast battle once in Texas. Where you got to fill out. You're gonna. You're playing against men. You're playing against adults. So you have to be physically able to take the punishment and the travel and the grind. I mean, I think take the Washington Capitals. I think they played the Islanders. Uh, was it last night back east, and now they're in LA. So you had to go from New York or whatever to LA. Hold on, chat is moving fast, babies. Well, fuck Judy Tenuta. Good for you. Good for you, Sasha. But if you like watching Carmen, watch it. What do I want for Christmas? Nothing really. I have everything I want. Mario Lemieux, number one. I mean, Gretzky is definitely number one. But he did have more help than Mario Lemieux. If you look at some of the early teams that Mario Lemieux played with, they were pretty bad. I mean, he was on a line with Warren Young and Rob Brown. Yeah, comedy is subjective, 100%. I've said that every time someone comes in this stream. Do you think Joe Rogan's funny? Do you think, you know, Hans Kim is funny? Who am I to sit there and say they're not? I mean, obviously, Bert's another one where is Bert Kreischer funny? The motherfucker's playing arenas, man. You got to be a little funny to pull that shit off. Interesting, Ace Live. Very interesting. Rudy Baga is here. What about the fall of Bill Burr? I mean, I don't know if I'd say the fall. I mean, the guy still plays arenas and huge theaters. When Tupac was alive, could you tell? Yeah, I followed the '80s metal world. I didn't really care. I mean, Brutus Priest, he can fill him. Trust me. The Forum show, you couldn't have put another person in that room. I think, I mean, I don't think the reality comedy festival helped him. I mean, I don't know if I would say they're more durable. Although you look at Doug Jarvis, he played, like, I think, 900 plus. Um, I mean, Matt Rife plays theaters. I mean, Matt Rife 5 years ago couldn't get booked in Los Angeles. The only show he was on in LA consistently was his own show at the Laugh Factory. But, I think the reality comedy festival with Burr hurt him because, I mean, I've gone over this a few times, but there might be some new people in here. I don't know. Where you've got, that part of the world hates blacks, they hate women, they hate gays, you know, and Bill Burr's married to an African American woman. So have her go over there and don't tell anyone you're Bill Burr's wife and see how you get treated. And he went over there. That's gross to me. But, I mean, he can't need the money. And you throw in the fact that Saudi Arabia, in some ways, funded some parts of the 9/11 operation. I wouldn't go over there for any amount of fucking money on planet Earth. But, and Pete Davidson went over there and his dad died on 9/11. That's fucking the nuttier one. I mean, you gotta, I mean, Burr can't need the money. Shitty comedy. But, Morgan J has found a market for that comedy. I don't think any of them should have gone. I mean, Jessica Kirson went. She's a lesbian. How do you think she'd be treated if she lived over there? Not good. Pete Davidson can't need the money. None of those guys need the money. Even like the mid-level comics who might not be famous, but a guy like Chris DiStefano. I mean, that fucking guy works every weekend. There's no way he needed the money. Russell Peters couldn't have needed the money. I mean, that guy plays fucking stadiums in some parts of the world. So, don't the cops still treat black people like shit in the U.S.? Yeah, but they treat white people like shit too. I mean, I see your point, but to travel literally to the other side of the world to make a group of people who hate us laugh, fuck that. I wouldn't do it. Earl, if someone was hiring comics, how would your voice be? What you mean, my actual voice? Well, yeah, Ray DeVito, I could understand. Are you talking about Kamala the wrestler? Well, if you look at some of those early teams, I mean, literally, what do you mean? Like what my style of comedy is? Like that kind of voice, or like my actual physical voice? Booming deep baritone. My comedy voice would be dry and sarcastic. I mean, look at some of those early rosters of Mario Lemieux. I mean, holy fuck. Gary Wrestling, the guy could barely skate. Jake Caulfield literally started skating at like 15. Style of comedy, it's definitely, Robert Schimmel, Stephen Wright, very dry and very sarcastic. So, I don't know, I have certain TV shows that I would like. I would be good on Gutfeld because I can adapt fastly. Probably wouldn't be good on say Comics Unleashed because that is like the hackiest fucking TV show I've ever seen. And we all have our lane. Yeah, I would say I'm a little Archie Bunker like, where I say some unlikable things, but you still laugh. Gutfeld would be awesome to get on, but I just ran out of options there. I've done everything I can to get on that show. So at some point, you got to move on and pivot to something else. And Rudy Baga is here, so Dabbleverse questions are on the table. If you, for whatever reason, want to talk about that shit, I have not Blue Nose Pity, but he's probably never heard of me. So, all right, Buddhist Priest, have a good night, brother. We'll go about another 10 minutes, and then I'm going to the gym. Lois is passed out. So I get to do some life stuff while she sleeps. Yes, we do need Earl in a cartoon. Yeah, but it's just funny to me that the guy literally won't return. I mean, I haven't tried in a few years to get on the show, but I mean, I didn't watch an episode, but I was flipping channels and I saw two of my friends on there who literally they've been doing comedy 15 plus years and they don't get booked anywhere. No TV credits. Of course, now they have one. Uh, Literally do the shittiest bar shows you can imagine. And you're going to tell Jim Florentine he needs to change his style? Like, what? Tonight's just cardio. I don't know, Radar, what you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, they literally do like Ray DeVito type gigs. Like the worst bar shows you can imagine in LA. And there's a lot of bad bar shows. And they're on TV. And now they think, oh my God, I have a TV credit. I can headline. You can't, brother and sister. I mean, that show's getting so bad that the real credit is not doing it. No, I never did audition for Last Comic Standing. I had no interest in it. It's kind of was the precursor to Kill Tony. And the show was fake, too. Because my friend, I won't say his name, but he did his audition, whatever you want to call it. And I think it was Jeselnik and two other people were judging. And he did it to them in an empty improv. So no audience, just those three judges. But on TV, they show his audition to Jeselnik and the other two judges, and then they cut to the crowd reactions, and there was no crowd in the room. So they manipulate who they want to make look good and who they want to make look bad. So I had no interest in it, and I was offered to do it. Like, hey, you don't have to wait in line. We want you on it. I'm like, no thanks. You mean the Hermosa Magic Club is still there? I don't think impressionists are hacks. I mean, I can't do it. So I wish I could, but I don't think it's hacky. Just like I don't think it's hacky like music um, acts or guitar comics. I mean, Nick Thune's one of the funniest fucking people I know. I mean, the Comedy Store still has the biggest stars. I mean, the Magic Club has the same people. Jay Leno on Sunday nights and like someone like Paul Reiser popping in. To be honest, I mean, the Comedy Store is still by far and away the best club in LA. It's not even close. Now you might say, well, you're just saying that because that's the only club that works you. Go to the 3 shows. Go to the Laugh Factory, go to the Improv, and go to the Comedy Store. And I'm not gonna say 100% of the people are gonna like vouch for the store, but like I would guess that if you did an informal poll of the people who went to all 3 clubs, the Comedy Store would get 90% of the votes. So, but impressions are like really, um, it's a skill set. The Shore family still owns it. We'll go 5 more minutes, guys. 5 more minutes. Get your last minute trolls in. Thank you guys for listening. Hit the like and subscribe button. And we'll come back tomorrow. Another day. Earl, your thoughts on the Improv? I mean, I've never really killed there, but it's a nice club. It's a good club. If you were forced, Comics Unleashed or Dry Bar? I mean, Dry Bar. You get to do comedy for at least 30 minutes, which I think TV time it's 6 minutes of commercial, so 24 minutes. But I mean, Comics Unleashed is just such a phony show. Basically, you don't even meet Byron Allen until you're on the stage. They interview you. Hey, what do you want to joke about? Oh, I like hockey. Okay, well, Byron's going to ask you about hockey, so have something ready for him. Hey, Earl, I hear you like hockey. Yeah, I told your producer I did. Oh, that's not true at all. David Spade performs there a couple times a month for the last, like, I don't know, 7 years. So you got some wrong intel there. The elliptical. The elliptical is the only thing that makes my torn ACL leg feel good. True or false? I don't know. I don't know who you are, CCCC. So you might be the producer. You might be the guy that doesn't return my fucking emails. So, but you know what? I kind of like, because I had a few funny friends of it recently on the show, like Gary Cannon and a couple other people, and I comics I actually respect. So I thought about, yeah, maybe I'll try again to get on the show. And then when I saw those 2 open mic level comics on the show, I'm like, I'm out. And there's some really funny comics, newer comics like Matt Lockwood was on, and he's very funny. But these 2 open mic level comics are like, wow. It's like, okay, good luck with this show. I'm telling you right now, I've seen him up there. Because he was passed after Mitzi. Adam passed him. I think he might have been passed in my class. So I'm just telling you right now, I've seen him up there. Hey, Colt C telling a little funny. I can appreciate that. Earl Skakel live in the house Monday Night Raw. Please hit the like and subscribe button. We'll go a few more minutes, and then I'm going to the gym. And that be that. But, I know a lot of my friends write on Funny You Should Ask. That's another horrible show. I don't know who Jim is. Jungle Jim Florentine, maybe. A. Thompson sent 1 Earl Skakel membership. No gusto. I'm just waiting for the day. Thank you, A. Thompson. We do gifted memberships in short form burst. Charlie, you're wrong. I've been on shows with him. I've done at least 5 shows with him. So you're getting your information from a wrong source. I mean, we've probably done 5 to 10 shows together, all within the last 3 to 4 years. Adam booked him, Emily Hertz him, or Emily booked him, and I'm not sure if Rose has booked him, but yeah, of course. You know how many people ride on this Comedy Central roast? If I was Robert Downey Jr., I'd probably have more than 22 people in the stream. So I think you just answered your own question. So there you go. Whew. We got 4 more minutes, guys. 4 more minutes. And then we are done for the evening. I mean, see, I've seen it with my own eyes. You're just wrong. The article's wrong. I mean, I've been on, in the last couple of years, 5 to 10 lineups with David Spade. I don't know. I mean, Edge and I think Edge is still hurt. So okay, then I'm wrong. I've only seen him there and only had my name on the lineup with him 10 times. I'm not going to YouTube and watching it. I already know. I mean, bro, I don't know if you're trolling me or whatnot. I'm telling you, I've done like 10 shows with the guy at the Comedy Store, all within the last 3 to 4 years. And he's one of his best friends is Adam Egget. So as soon as Mitzi passed away and Adam was the booker, I would say from late 2014 to now, Spade's been at the Comedy Store 100 times. So I don't know what to tell you, bro. Because he was very good friends with Adam, and Adam was smart. He booked Spade. I mean, Spade was like literally, the first group of people that Adam passed were me, Candace Thompson, and then a bunch of famous people like Rob Schneider and David Spade. So Mitzi passed, not Missy. I don't know who Missy is. So, yeah, but I mean, I'm sure you can't archive. You can't look at archive lineups. So, also Jim Brewer has about 100 views. Yeah, well, I don't know who Messi is, so and I don't really care how many viewers Jim Brewer has. Well, you'll find David Spade's name on the lineups at least 100 times from 2014 to 2024. So, I mean, because I don't drink or do drugs, I have a great memory. Anything from Dennis Miller? Is he okay? Now, Missy Hyatt was hot back in the day. She used to sit next to me at King Games when she was dating Jason Hervey, and wow, she was still hot. And this is like the early 90s. Like, she might have still been with WCW, but, someone said she used to fuck Jim Ross, too. I mean, Jim Ross was kind of a good-looking guy back in the day. I don't know what happened to him with the, I think the Bell's palsy, but, no, in all my time at the Comedy Store, I've never seen Dennis Miller there once. So, which is too bad. I liked him on Monday Night Football. Yeah, I see what you did there, Cold C. I'm not going to watch the clip. You're not. You know. I'm a Miss Hancock guy. I'm done talking about it, dude. I've seen him there. I've been on lineups personally. I've been on main room lineups with him at least 10 times. So, I never saw Richard Pryor, unfortunately. I don't know. Dennis didn't really play LA a lot, even when he had a show here. I would guess he did probably. He was never at the Laugh Factory. He never was really at the store. So I would say the Improv. Um, I'm not going to watch a show about fucking David Spade on YouTube. I saw it with my own eyes, bro. I mean, Adam was his best friend. It was the first phone call Adam made was to David Spade and Rob Schneider. So, yeah, I don't know what you want me to say. He wasn't. I mean, I can just say. I mean, I've been going to the Comedy Store since 2000. I was past there in 2014. I've never seen Dennis Miller there once. I've seen George Wallace there more than I've seen um, him. So, yeah, Tammy, booze and drugs. Tammy Lynn is in prison for killing someone on a DUI. So, um, she's not doing well. She looks a little rough too. Yes, Scorch. Yeah, I will agree with you there. I will agree with you there. I do need the like and subscriptions because YouTube, they're a funny bunch over at YouTube with what they promote. But yeah, Tammy Lynn, such definitely a sad story, but she is a telltale a cautionary tale of you know, what are you gonna do? I mean, ECW, they went hard, and she went the hardest. No, but we play in the playoffs next Tuesday. So, well, thank you, Ace. I'm just a humble streamer trying to, do my thing. Thank you, Kip. I think it would be funny if the Buffalo Bills did a throwback to Silence of the Lambs, and you had the actor Ted Levine come out to Goodbye Horses for the coin toss. That'd be pretty funny. Earl Skakel in the house. We'll go to 70 minutes. So one more minute, guys. Oh, I didn't know that. I don't know much about Dennis Miller's brother, that's for sure. But thank you guys for coming in Monday night. I know you have many, many streaming options. I'm humbled and honored that you would pick my stream to hang out in. And because I do this, as I'm about to leave the streaming world, let's see who's live right now so you guys could hop into their stream. It's my version, excuse me, of a stream snipe. Or not a stream snipe, a stream raid. Just tell them Earl sent you. So we got Perry. You don't need to go over there. Dave Sarah. Go to Dave Sarah's stream. Tell him Earl sent you. And we've got who else? I mean, I'm sure Karmic is streaming. Yes. We've got Ricada Law is streaming. 814 people watching. That's mind blowing to me. Keanu Thompson. 68 people watching. My mind is blown. So, Pat Dixon is live. So, you can go to Pat's stream and enjoy his stylistic. The Bowl of Fruit is streaming. Dixon hits women. Well, then don't watch your stream. I can understand why you would not. We've got what other streams are okay? Conspiracy theories. Oh, someone's honing in on that Tripoli era. Yeah, allegedly. Well, I've had one woman accuse me of hitting them, but luckily no one believed her because it wasn't true. And she had a history of breaking up with someone and then saying they sexually assaulted her, they hit her, or whatever. So, yeah, not. Um, what are you gonna do? Take it. Yeah, they play music at the gym, so um, I can't have you guys go in there with me, or else I would. I would. I would take you in there. Well, what car are you going to? Well, I mean, I have my car for the. Thank you, Frankfurt. I mean, I'm not for everyone, but you know, I'm in a great mindset of, hey, if you don't think I'm funny, watch Pat Dixon's stream, watch Keanu's stream. Uh, so I don't know what that is. It probably would get big views. BYB Pod in the house, getting some great. Everyone follow the Quad Father, J-Mo, Spurg Snake. I had a good time on the BYB pod. And once again, BYB was one of the few people to, along with Tracy Carnazzo, not one of the few, one of the two people, all my fucking friends who have successful YouTube channels, no one would fucking help me. But BYB and Tracy Carnazzo were very instrumental in my stream getting monetized. So, and I loved Dave Serra. Dave Serra was very good on the stream. It was a look into Comedy Store history. We didn't really get into the Dabbleverse stuff. So I had a good time. And well, Frankfurt, I can understand why I'm not forcing people to follow anyone. At the end of the day, you like who you like. I'm just saying Quad was good to me. And that's all I go on. Well, I mean, I think New York's a better comedy city if you want to go up more. So, LA is where you come to make it because most everything is filmed out here. I mean, Gutfeld's filmed in New York, but outside of that, all the TV shows and all the auditions for the TV shows are in LA. So, New York comics all shit on LA, but they all come here. So, Nasty Neil in the house. Nasty Neil, another good man. Don't believe we've ever really shared the screen together, but I'm a fan. So, well, we got our first Liam reference in quite some time. So, Yeah, yeah. I mean, I try not to go on many Dabbleverse related shows just because it's not my shtick. I mean, I love watching the shows, but I just, Neil, I've found that, there's just more people out there who are suited to talk about it than me. So, and thank you for all the gifts. This is the most amount of gifts I've ever gotten, but I don't know what that does for me. It says I have $2,000 in gifts, but that does not translate into money, I don't believe. I have the M3, so I like my car. I don't know what the gifts do, to be honest with you, or the jewels or whatever. I mean, this is definitely the most amount of jewels I've ever gotten. I don't know what after tonight is, Josh Denny. 2024, I guess. I mean, I like it. It's pretty fast. It's good for, when I have hockey games and whatnot. What my next car will be, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. No, no, I have an M3. Now, Leslie Jones has the real nice M3. I just have, like the slightly less nicer version of her car. So, well, I would take advice from William Friedkin, that's for sure. I mean, Cruisin' and many other movies that were great. No, I don't want to get an old car. I mean, everything is so modern now that I don't know how many mechanics are capable of like, my very first car was a 318i BMW. I don't know if I would feel comfortable taking it to anyone. It's pretty nice. I mean, it's definitely nicer than my car. It's probably $100,000 car. But I like my car, and yeah, I mean, a lot of people are saying they didn't get the notifications, but I'm 57 years old, which is why I'm going to the gym at 11 p.m. my time to maintain, baby. Oh, Leo Gunn is in the house. Hey now, hey now. Yeah, I mean, my car is not cheap, that's for sure. So we can definitely talk Dabbleverse. Well, we can talk Dabbleverse now because we've got Leo Gunn and Nasty Neil, the Nasty Man. I don't mind being my age. I really don't. I think I look good for my age, and but I work hard at it. To be honest with you, I mean, I'm at the gym, I'm moisturizing, and all that shit. So, um, my next car, I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, I had a great Mustang. I mean, here are my cars in the order I've had them. My first car was ask away, Frankfurt. My first car, uh, award-winning Dabble. Hold on. My first car was a BMW. My second car. Thank you, Kip. I don't want to do one right now for anyone in particular. Um, so BMW, Jeep, Mustang, Ford Expedition, Dodge Magnum, Dodge Hellcat, Jeep, and the BMW. So let's get back to some questions I missed. Earl, what would you say are the award-winning Dabbleverse 2025 moments? I don't really know if there are any, but I would say the Karmic and Felicia storyline. Yeah, it was a big one. Not there was another one. There was the Explorer, there was the Expedition, and then there was like a bigger one than the Expedition. I forget what it's called. Um, oh, did he nuke his account? Yeah, I'm missing ACDC. I was just wondering where he was. But I forget what it was called. I had the Expedition, but there was one above that. So, well, hopefully ACDC is the Excursion. That's the big one. Well, it was, I loved my Dodge Magnum, but I had it, I put a lot of miles on it. So the electrical system went out, and I'm like, fuck, I want to keep it, but I had to get rid of it. Do you think the reason why Felicia is so mad is because Pat gave her an STD? And the reason he says she has one, so she can't use it on him, since he can say he said it about her first. That's a tongue twister. This is the first time hearing about Pat giving her an STD. I mean, that's a very contentious relationship. So, well, I had the last one they made, and I made some accoutrements to it. I had a front scoop put on it. I had the exhaust lightened. I had a computer chip put on it. Um, Made some interior designs to it. I mean, my car looked like a fucking spaceship. But right around the time I was on I'm Dying Up Here, it started having problems, and then the electrical system went. Because I put about 140,000 miles on it. So, so I don't know in terms of Pat and Felicia. Um, I mean, you can tell they both are still into each other, to be honest with you, because they talk about each other way too much. So, we all had that one ex that affected us, and that's absolutely those two. They can sit there and act like they don't like each other, and you don't talk about an ex that much if you're not into them anymore. Um, I mean, I talk about one ex in here every now and then because she's a featured part of, some stories in my life of the last 5 years. So, but outside of that, I don't bring her up just to bring her up. But my point is, we all have that one ex where, you just can't let her go, or, they burned you so bad. It's like Rambo in the hardware store. Nothing is over. I wish I was Vince Vaughn. I'd have more than 27 people in here. So, I don't know about the STD thing. That's the first I'm hearing of it. I could see either one of them accusing the other of doing that. I like Felicia. I met Pat at the first Hackamania I did. We didn't talk a lot, but seemed like a nice guy. So, when it comes to who gave who the STD, I mean, it's he said, she said. And those are often the toughest, ones to prove. I do love Swingers, man. That is a great movie. I mean, I got along with Pat at Hackamania. And like I said, we didn't, we didn't talk a tremendous amount. We talked a little bit about Kevin Brennan, and then I went to another show, and that's the last I saw of him. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Vegas, baby, Vegas, baby. My favorite scene is when they meet the two girls at 6 a.m. at the Bamboo Lounge, and he's trying to bullshit her on being a comic, and she's like, "Well, who's your booking agent?" I don't have West Coast representation. Well, who represents you in New York? You know how many times I've heard that conversation of a comic bullshitting a girl. Um, well, I mean, they clearly both have a burr under their saddle about each other. So they're gonna lie. It's like, I've had one ex in my past, accuse me of cheating, and I think she was cheating on me. So who's right? My line or she line? Are we both telling the truth, or are we both lying? You can't, like, who do you believe? Yeah, no, I mean Swingers is a great movie, and the funny thing is, next time you, this is kind of a weird brag. Hold on, let me get my energy drink before the gym. Hold please, hold please. Talk amongst yourselves. When they go to Vegas, um, and they sit down at that one table where the first table they sit at, and there are those two twins. I fucked both of those girls. If you want to dance, dance with danger, I will take the Rosenberg sisters. Boing! So that's a little, next time you see Swingers, you can say, hey, I know a guy who porked both of those girls. We'll go a few more minutes. I'm in a good mood, so my good mood is not at the same time, but we did have a scene once on this couch where some things were done at the same time. Let's just say that. So once again, the scene is the first table they play blackjack at, the $300 table, and there's the old guy, the two twins. I think there was one other person at the table. I made white with both those girls. Unfortunately, one of them passed away a few years ago. So, um, Swingers is a great movie because I lived Swingers. That was my life in the 90s, was just going to clubs, going to parties, saying and doing anything you can to get laid, playing video games with your friends, and then at the end of the movie, you're no closer to making it than you were in the beginning of the movie. So, Swingers is a great movie. I think I had a CB in my first car in the BMW. I was really into the movie Convoy, so I kept messaging people going Breaker 19. I'm on Sunset and Doheny. Who's out there? Come on. And there's no big rigs on Sunset and Doheny. Earl Skakel live in the Earlverse on Monday nights. It is Monday night. Thank you very much for the love and the support of growing this channel to a whopping 34 people. I think we've caught up with the bowl of fruit. So, and then, I think we have Leo Gunn, Nasty Neil, Rudy Baga. So, I mean, it's Dabble versus or Wild in this stream right now. Hey, do vegans have a ham radio? Hell, I just made that up. I'm too quick, guys. I'm too quick. I think my handle was Love Machine from the movie Convoy. That's the Burt Young character, Love Machine. And Franklin Ajayi, who was in Convoy, Comedy Store paid regular. Tofu Radio. See, Nasty Neil knows how to piggyback a joke. Hey, how about not looking for Bigfoot, but how about finding Big Dick? Hello! Workshopping some shitty jokes in here. Dreamweaver, that's a good song. Gary something sing that song? I don't know. See, this is the scary thing for me. I'm at my peak energy level right now, and it's 11 p.m. Thank you, Nasty Neil, for that tag. And thank you. BYB's in the house. So we can, the Dabbleverse. I'm surprised we're not just wall to wall Dabbleverse questions. I mean, we've got some. We've got some Dabbleverse legends in the stream. What up, Earl? How fake ass of a show is Dancing with the Stars? I didn't. I don't watch Dancing with the Stars because it's really hardly Dabbleverse stars. Nobody ever says, you know what they say about guys with big dicks? They have big feet. That's a fact, Jack. See, I just ripped off Kevin Brennan. So thank you guys for this has been how long I got text someone real fast. Hey, do vegans like the song by Weezer, Pork and Beans? Hello! Uh-oh. Jenna just deleted a message from someone. That ain't good. I'm not high, Scotty. I'm not high. Favorite? I don't get that reference. They never did catch the melt ban. Earl, you wear about a size 13. Yes, my shoe size is size 13 wide. Wide. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, no weapons. I mean, I don't know how you would kill a black bear. I mean, you maybe try and choke it, but good luck. Good luck with that. I am a slightly normal dude. So, but what is normal? You know, what the hell is normal? Let's get that red filter back on. Oh, red filter is gone. Never mind. Who's your football team? The Pittsburgh Steelers. I think you would need more than 6 guys to kill a fucking bear. So, I mean, you know, I don't know how you would do it with no weapons. That's for sure. Oh, Great American Bash. Ooh, that's a. I've really gone down a rabbit hole, WCW rabbit hole, and now they have Great American Bash 1985, Flair versus Koloff. I'm gonna watch that shit. I mean, the Steelers. Well, you know, I can't lie to you. You know, they did spank the Steelers. I think you meant spank, not sparked. You know, what can you do? I mean, the Steelers are they're in trouble. Like the Rat song says, "You're in trouble." I've never killed anyone, so never. That's all right. They sparked and spanked the Steelers. I mean, listen, I'm a Steeler fan. We are in trouble for sure. I don't know what the solution is, and they got some tough games coming up. You know, Baltimore twice, and I mean, yikes. I mean, someone brought up a really good thing about Tomlin is he doesn't have a great coaching tree. And what they meant was, you know, most successful coaches, you know, like Belichick, you know, whether you think Brady was responsible for most of his success or not, you know, Belichick has had an amazing coaching tree of, you know, Shanahan, Vrabel, a couple others. You know, there's really been no successful Steeler assistant coaches under Tomlin. And at some point, you need to change the message. You know, like, and it's too bad because the Steelers' defense is old. You know, like, how many more seasons can Watt be productive? You know, Hayward, how many more seasons can he be productive? You know, Ramsey is not old per se, but he's not exactly a teenager. So, you know, it's a tough one. I mean, I personally think it's time to move on. I mean, they're just inadequately prepared for these games. I mean, I didn't think Arthur Smith was the right choice. You know, his offense in Atlanta was boring. You know, and now if you look at the Steelers' offense, you know, the bottom line is that you know they have one receiver, and if he gets jammed at the line, who are you going to throw it to? Because Rodgers is not trusting Calvin Austin after a few drops. And Wilson isn't going to get. He got the garbage time touchdown that one game, but you know if the game's tight, Rogers is going to try and shoehorn it into Metcalf. They've got a pretty good tight end rotation of Smith, Fryermuth, and Washington, but um, I don't know why they traded for Jonnu Smith. I mean, he's really good, but like you already had Fryermuth and Washington. So I've never seen a team trade for a third tight end like that. Unless they had a trade for Freiermuth and that fell through. But, you know, I just don't know. Well, I mean, it's not that I don't like Tomlin as a coach. I mean, he's a player's coach. I think players love playing for him. I think they like his honesty. But at the end of the day, he hasn't won in a while. And, you know, I mean, I don't think Aaron Rodgers is the problem, but that offensive line is pretty bad. And you've got a 41-year-old quarterback on basically one good leg. You can't have him running. You know, the running game is spotty. I mean, the passing game, in theory, you know, you've got one of the best receivers in the league in Metcalf, but he's getting double and triple teamed because no one cares about Calvin Austin. So, you know, Franco Harris, I don't know about that. Oh, is Doom in here? Did someone say there's a Doom? Is the great Doom in here? You know, I'm not used to having this many people in my chat. So, you know, I mean, I don't know what the Steelers do. I mean, they're an old team. They don't have a lot of prospects on the rise. Well, I mean, they definitely should have gotten rid of Bill Cowher because Cowher was in the position of Tomlin is now. They're winning, but they're not winning. You know, 9-8. You know, I mean, Tomlin's shtick is they've never had a losing season under him, but it was the right time to move on. And Tomlin was the fresh-faced, hungry coach. You know, the Steelers' problem, to be frank, was, you know, Tom Brady was in their division. Or not in their division, but in their conference. I mean, if Tom Brady's not in New England, the Steelers probably win at least 1 to 2 more Super Bowls. Um, yeah, but you don't, though, because, you know, coach, you know, like Tomlin now, you know, the message gets old. And I know the Steelers' shtick is, hey, we don't just get rid of coaches left and right. You know, they've had 3 coaches in the last 40 years, literally. Chuck Noll, Cowher, and Tomlin. I mean, that's pretty crazy when you think about it. Um, so, I'm a Steeler fan. I would agree with that, William Barry. But see, I don't think Rodgers is the problem. He's still got a fucking rocket arm, but who's he have to throw to? You know, you needed to get. If I were them, and obviously, you know, they didn't do it, I would have kept Pickens. And that way you have a. Who the fuck are you going to guard between Metcalf and Pickens? And then you've got Washington, 6'8", 300-pound tight end who can catch. I mean, you know, yeah, Pickens is a problem, but, you know, Arthur Smith stinks, man. You might as well bring back Matt Canada. In terms of who I think is going to get in the Super Bowl, I mean, the Colts look good, Buffalo looks good, and then you're going to have a wild card team like, you know, Baltimore if they get hot. You know, I mean, the Rams look pretty good. I mean, the Bears, yeah, Bears absolutely. I mean, they look great. I mean, they beat the Eagles. You know, the Eagles. You know, if you put a gun to my head, but you know, if you're the Eagles, be glad you're hitting this rough stretch now because you still have time to get a groove going. So I'll say Buffalo and Philadelphia. Yeah, I mean, you could definitely tell Rodgers is like, fuck. And, you know, that play yesterday, the strip sack on him, you know, blindside hit. You know, I don't know who the left tackle was, or the left guard, that would be, I guess. But that's on them. That's not Rodgers' fault. You try holding on to the fucking football when a guy 6'4", 300 pounds hits you. So, you know, Rodgers is the quarterback, so he's going to get the fucking blame. But I, you know, he's not the problem. they have no receivers outside of Metcalf, and this three tight end monster you have that looks like Ghidra, Godzilla fought. I don't know why you would trade for Smith when you had Fryermuth, who's one of the best pass catching tight ends in the league, and Washington, who's probably the top young pass catching tight end in the league. So, it's just you could have used the capital that they gave up to get Smith, and he's a good tight end. Don't get me wrong, but like you didn't need him to get either a better running back or a secondary receiver. So, it's just, you know. I mean, listen, Williams is a great quarterback. I saw him play a lot at USC, so he. Well, I mean, I'm an honest Steeler fan. They're still in charge of their destiny. If they beat Baltimore twice, but that's a tough. Baltimore's a little wonky too. So, but the thing with the Steelers is they've always tried to maintain their mediocrity, and that's the worst thing you can do in any sport is be mediocre, because then you're never going to be great, but you're never going to be totally bad. You're in that middle ground, and um, so go Habs, go les habitants. So, I don't know. After this year, they got to draft a quarterback. They got to get a running back. Who knows if fucking Metcalf is going to want a rookie quarterback throwing him the football next year. So that could be a problem. And their defense is 1 year older. Well, AFC is definitely a tough conference, but the Steelers are in the worst division all pro football. Cincy sucks, Cleveland sucks, Baltimore's off. So, the Steelers could technically get a home playoff game if they win the division. Habs are fast, man. I'm a big Caulfield and Suzuki fan. So, it's going to be interesting to see, what happens. It's basically between Baltimore and Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati. They could cause some problems. The Houston Oilers or the Edmonton Oilers. The Broncos. That was a great game last night. Washington almost pulled it out. I was kind of rooting for Mariota, but it's there's not a clear cut like, oh my God, this team's going to win. You got to favor the Eagles because they're the defending champs, but and a team like Kansas City, they're what are they 6-5? They're definitely not what they used to be, but the great thing in football is it's not like the Stanley Cup where you have to win four out of 7 series. You've got to win, 3 games maximum. So you can put together a hot run and, you're in. So it will be. The Avs look real good right now. 1 regulation loss so far. They're definitely a front runner for the Stanley Cup. It's a long way to go for sure. I think there'll be some real interesting trades after the Olympic break. Edmonton's looking at goaltending. But see, here's the funny thing. I don't think Skinner's that bad. It's just their defense sucks. Watch Bouchard, man. Holy fuck, is he bad on the defense? Great shot, though. I will give him that. But you're getting the the blame when you're the goaltender. They don't look at Bouchard blowing coverage 90% of the time. They look at the goaltender let the goal in. It's his fault. Thank you very much. Hitting soul. New England looks good too. Detroit could get it together. There's really not a clear Um, um, there's really not a clear cut like, oh my god, they're gonna win. I mean, Hudson's great. I don't think the Dabbleverse is coming to an end. Yeah, I mean, the Rams definitely laid an egg in Carolina. I mean, but they'll get it back together. We'll go to 2 hours, guys. So another 15 minutes, and then I'm going to the gym. No, not domestic violence. Dabbleverse. So it's still early enough where you can lay an egg and recover. The Rams can recover. I mean, Stafford still has it. They have a good defense. And, I mean, like I said, it's now in the AFC North, it's a dogfight between the Steelers and the Ravens. And what's up? What's up? Big Time Earl is just chilling. What up, C? Earl, when was the first time you performed at the Comedy Store when David Spade was there? I mean, you're really fucking locked in on this issue, bro. I'm done talking about it with you. I've seen him up there. I'm a paid regular at the Comedy Store. You're not. So I think I know a little bit more what's going on than you do up there. No offense, like to be frank. So from 2014 to 2024, I would say I was on at least 10 shows with him. Adam booked him a lot. Emily, not quite as much, but still a fair amount. He's a big star. I mean, I've had many conversations with him. So, you know, that's all I can tell you, bro. I mean, you seem really locked in on you're wrong, Earl, you're wrong, Earl. I'm literally a paid regular at the club. I have no interest in lying about how many times David Spade performed there. I'm just telling you what I know. Oh, thank you. Thank you, big GMB guy. And welcome back, C. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just want football to go back to the way it was, but it probably never will, to be honest with you. Um, so we was chilling. Ace Live, what is too funny? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I mean, my comedy's not for everybody. That is for sure. But I just try and concentrate on the people who think I'm funny, and then the others can go watch Kill Tony. Enjoy that. I don't get offended. If what I do is not for you, I've been in one movie, Bench Warmers. I do more. I do a lot of animated stuff, voiceovers, and oh, I mean, thanks. I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, I understand why the show is successful, but I actually tried to give good comedy advice to Kill Tony because I respect younger comics trying to make it. Whatever making it means is different for everybody. But they don't want advice on that show. They want you to call someone fat or a whore or a fag or whatever. And that's just not me. I'm not going to roast some open mic level comic who's not capable of firing back at me. It's just not for me. But I understand why this, and I didn't, I'd probably get more out of it now. Um, I mean, bro, I'm just saying I have no reason to lie about how many times David Spade performed there. I can only tell you as a paid regular at the club. And I don't save the lineup. So I'm just telling you, for 10 years, I saw him up there. So, and to be frank, David Spade is really only focused when he's talking about pussy. So, I mean, Adam was one of his best friends. So, when did Adam leave the club? 2020, whenever he left to go to Austin. So he was booked there consistently several times a week for 6 years. I'm just telling you, bro. I don't care what that video show says. I was there. So I'm not going to watch the clip. I don't need to. I don't care what he said in the clip, to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, it's just like, bro, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's like me telling you what you saw is wrong. You know, I'm just telling you, from 2014 to 2020, he was literally there every week I was there. So that's all I can tell you. Adam was his best friend. You don't think, you know, the booker of the club is going to book his best friend? you know? Yeah, we don't do the President Trump stuff in here. So go to Pat Dixon's stream. He's more to the political stuff. Thank you, though. 8 more minutes, guys. 8 more minutes. Thank you, guys. All of us are having a good time in here. So, that's it. We've had a wide range of topics tonight, and I appreciate them all. I mean, when you're famous, you don't have to be a stand-up. I mean, I write, something pops in my head I find funny. I watch a lot of news. I go on the Drudge Report every day to check out cardio tonight. And then sometimes I'll flesh it out an idea on stage, or, I don't do open mics or bar shows anymore. So if the crowd's hot, I'll delve into a new joke and see where it goes. Yeah, but he's basically he doesn't really post original content, Drudge. He's just basically he's a clip site. He just puts out the story and you can clip on the link and read it. So he's very good for topical news. Yahoo, I go on Yahoo a lot. Yeah, I mean, the Saturday night at the Comedy Store, it was, for whatever reason, on mostly black and Hispanic crowd. So I leaned into like Michael Jackson jokes, and they fucking loved it. And it was rough because the right side of the room was all black people. And, Michael Jackson to African Americans he's a fucking icon beyond an icon. But they loved it. They appreciated the fact that I went hard and I showed zero fear. So it was a really fun set. I mean, you got to read the crowd. You got to read the room. I'm a quarterback up there reading the defense. I've got to go, okay, we got a trouble spot here. We got a huge black guy over there. So if I do a Michael Jackson joke, he might change the energy of the room. Put it this way. If it was you, Eleanor, Rick, Don Barris, and the OGs fighting in the street and the Rogan version, I hope you and Eleanor would fight everyone. I mean, I don't know if there was a street fight between LA and Austin comics. Why did Hulk? Because he was a racist, to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really find Charles Fleischer funny, but obviously he was. It just wasn't for me. Rob who? I don't know. Rob Riggle, Rob Schneider. I don't know. Rob Morrow. I don't know who you guys are talking about. 5 more minutes, guys. 5 more minutes. This has been one of the longer streams in quite some time, so I appreciate all of you for coming in, and we're having a good time. Norm Macdonald, one of the greats, no doubt about that. Well, I don't know. You'd have to ask Sting that. I mean, I can't speak for Sting. So, I'm sure they were friends. I mean, why do people defend Anthony Cumia? You know, uh, well, you got me on there, Cold C. I can't. I don't have a. I don't have an answer for that one, to be honest with you. I mean, listen, Hulk Hogan was caught on tape saying the N word. Now you can argue, well, that tape should have never been heard, but it was heard. So I don't know if Sting is racist. I've never met him, so I've never heard that. But the funny thing is, Hulk Hogan got cremated, so ironically, he became black. Hello, hello. What about the Freebirds? Were they racist? They came to the ring wearing Confederate flags. What the fuck? That I don't know. I don't know who taped him. Maybe it was Bubba the Love Sponge or something. He was on tape. Maybe the daughter taped him. I mean, they seem to have a weird relationship. Who's Bob Einstein? So I don't know who that is. So I probably never met him. I don't check fold. The fuck? Yeah, I mean, let me see who I don't like being around. Obviously, Jeff Ross, Dean Del Rey. He's a phony piece of shit. Outside of those two, and a lot of roast battle comics, when they walk around the club thinking they own the place. It's like, you guys don't come up here on any night but Tuesday. What do you think that is? Other than that, I get along with everyone. I mean, I really, my stance on people I don't get along with is, if I have a problem with you, then you're the problem, because I get along with everybody. Yeah, Super Dave. Oh, it's Super Dave. Yeah, I've never met him, to be honest with you. I love Joey Diaz. So yeah, I was a big fan of early Super Dave. Um, yeah, I mean, he's the worst, but he's just phony. It's so weird to me that Bill Burr, I guess Dean opens for Bill, and Bill's like, Mister, I hate fake people. And it's like, dude, your opener's literally the fakest person in LA comedy. But what are you gonna do? It's just that's what are you gonna do? Hey, let's get to 40 likes. 2 more minutes, guys. Um, First time I went on stage, it wasn't really a stage. It was in the back of a Starbucks in the Beverly Connection. First time I got paid was actually my first paid gig ever was at a gangbang. I got paid $2,500 to basically do crowd work to the guys waiting in line. True story. And the way the guy asked me is, do you want to make $2,500 doing stand up? And I literally didn't have 15 minutes at the time. I said, how long I got to do? He's like, an hour or so, he said. I'm like, what's the crowd going to be like? He's like, dude, there'll be a couple hundred people in the room. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll do it. Totally lied about the amount of time I could cover. And so I go there, and a black guy, a huge black guy. I have told the story on stage, to be honest with you. The black guy says, are you the comic? I'm like, yeah, but I got to get paid first. I actually had a better business sense back then than I do now. And so it gives me 25 $100 bills, and I'm looking at them in the light. And I'm like, okay, where do I go? He's like, just go in that room. And I go in the room. Best way to describe this room is, I guess you would say, thank you, Bill. I am fast. Well, I don't know if I'm number one fast. I would say Rick Ingram and Ian Bagg are quicker than me, but I'm up there. And yeah, I did beat Jimmy Carr, and it did absolutely nothing for me. So I don't know if I would say this room was a auditorium, but it was a fairly big room, and the stage was up front, and it had. I love Philippe Esparza. He's awesome. I don't know about that. I don't know what Jay Leno does or doesn't do. So the guy was like, "That's the stage. Get up there." And there was a mattress on the stage, a girl, and an NBA shot clock right by the bed, the mattress. It wasn't a bed, and I think each guy they were trying to set like a Guinness Book of World Records for a gangbang. I wish I was Ian Bag. He's very, very funny. And I was basically just doing really bad crowd work to the guys waiting in line. And I think um, oh, don't get me wrong, Bill. I think I'm funny, but I can't imagine that. See. You know, Ian and Rick Ingram are the two best crowd work comics in the fucking business. That is, yeah, it was an actual gangbang. There was a thing like when I first started doing comedy, late '99, early 2000, whenever it was. Um, like there's this thing about a gangbang record. So um, you know, I think this one was trying to get, they were trying to beat the Houston 500, and like this one, I don't know. There seemed like there was maybe like 150 dudes in the room, but there was a lot of double dipping going on. So it wasn't really truly a record because it was like the same 150 guys going back for seconds, which is absolutely disgusting. Brody Stevens was great at crowd work, 100% there. So, you know, at some point, they had to give this poor girl a break. And me and her actually kind of bonded because I was the only guy in the room not trying to fuck her. So we became MySpace friends, and then I haven't talked to her in quite a long time. So I hate Matt Rife. I mean, I don't hate on him. You know, I mean, the guy's, you know, he basically hit the algorithm, which is the same thing I'm trying to do. So I can't hate on him for that. Um, so, you know, well, I mean, I don't think he's as good as Rick Ingram or Ian Bagg. I mean, that's crowd work. Trust me on that one. But here's the thing, and I think this will explain Matt Rife in a nutshell. Um, yeah, that's pretty funny, CC. I was waiting to go on in the original room. So I'm standing outside the original room. I can see the comic on stage. Matt's in the main room. Two sold out shows on a Wednesday. That's fucking nuts. Yeah, Dane Cook hit the algorithm. I mean, so I said, you know, I got a few minutes before I go on. I'm just going to walk into the room and see if Matt's funny. Because I really didn't, I've never worked with him. So it's packed. You couldn't have fit another person in this room. And unfortunately for Matt, I had walked into the room right when I think he forgot his next joke or the punchline or something. And he's like, you know what? I think I'll just take my shirt off. And the crowd reacted like the fucking Beatles hit the stage. So, you know, when you have that kind of loyal fan base that will even give you an applause break when you bomb or when you forget that he didn't bomb, he forgot the line, you don't have to be that funny. So, you know, there you go. It is free comedy. I mean, this is a 2 hour stream for absolutely no money. And you know what? I had fun doing it. I mean, you know, I don't know. I mean, Big Black Newport in the house. Big Black, we're just about to end the stream, baby doll. Um, well, no, I mean, it just, you know, for a comic to sell out the main room twice on a Wednesday night, that's insane. And it was two different crowds. It wasn't like the same crowd just stayed. So that's one of the more impressive things I've seen on a Wednesday night too. It's not like it was a Saturday night where you know people can party all day, watch college football, and then Bert is another no go. But you know what? You know, to Bert's fan base, he's funny. So that's why whenever someone asks me, is so and so funny? I'm like, listen, they're playing arenas. They can't be you don't fill an arena full of unfunny people. I mean, do I think Kill Tony is funny personally? I don't. But, they're playing Madison Square Garden 2 nights in a row. There's got to be something funny about it. I know, 100% Big Black Newport. Earl, I think you should get a free Google voice number. It takes 2 minutes to set up. Then you can take calls from people like me that wish they weren't alive. Well, I don't want to do phone calls. I mean, I'm not going to take phone calls. I mean, I listen. You're not the first person to recommend that to me. I'll do my stream. Yeah, I wish there was more people in here, to be honest, but there aren't. So, I'm doing my stream how I want to do it. But I appreciate the advice. You're not, like I said, you're not the first person. Hey, take phone calls. It'd be funny, but I got to be making some money to be taking phone calls and stuff like that. And not that I stream for money, but just Cam sucks. I mean, to be honest with you, I've never seen him. So I can't say he sucks. I can't say he's not good, but I think at least right now, he's going to suffer the same fate that a lot of Kill Tony comics do. Is you take a Kill Tony comic out of the Kill Tony environment and they struggle. And you have to understand, um, you know, he's going from being on a show with William Montgomery to being in a writer's room with Emmy winning and Emmy nominated writers. So it's like going from college football to the NFL. It's a whole new world at 30 Rockefeller. Um, but he seems likable. I mean, I've never heard a bad word about him. I can't speak to his humor because I've never seen him do one joke. But, well, I mean, I get my place in the world of stand up. I mean, do I think I'm funnier than most famous comics? Yeah, but, it doesn't matter what I think, to be honest with you. Um, we'll just see what happens. I'll just keep plugging away. Well, I don't want anyone to be dead in here. I mean, I don't know what you've done. I don't know who you are, CCC. And even if you did and you didn't get it, I wouldn't put much weight behind it. I mean, my ex, who obviously it's not quite as toxic as Felicia and Pat, but we're not big fans of each other. But she is a brilliant writer. She auditioned for SNL, didn't get it. She should have. Like she's young enough where she gets the sense of humor that plays well, especially with all of the usually younger hosts. And she's one of the funnier writers. She'd probably be a top two writer on that show, but she didn't get hired. So what are you gonna do? So true. Okay, well, I don't really, I'll talk to anyone in here, Nasty Neil. Well, I've worked hard. It's 25 years in the fucking jungles. Nothing was given to me. I've earned every fucking thing I have. So, Darth Skakel, well, Calrissian, did he survive? So, I think we're going to call it, guys. Um, you dated Taylor Tomlinson. Well, that's the first I've heard of that. I would. She's, like, pretty to me. So, all right. Well, we don't need CCC and Nasty Neil fighting in my stream. Take that shit to Pat Dixon's stream. I don't know what you mean by whip them out. I have a feeling it's something. I mean, SNL, I don't know. I mean, Shane Gillis is definitely much better off not getting it. I mean, Jay Moore's career exploded after he left, when he was basically an extra. So I don't think that SNL is what it used to be, but nothing is. I mean, I know a friend of mine, he got the Tonight Show recently, a couple months ago, and literally the next night was at an open mic. Nobody cares. Like, Keeks Bisconte, what do you think about her? Not you, Earl. Huh? You're asking me a question, but saying not you, Earl. I mean, I don't know Kiki. Never met her, never talked to her. Obviously, I know Gino. So, I mean, she doesn't seem to work outside of opening up for Gino, but like, nothing's wrong with that. Gino works a fair amount, I suppose. So, I don't know. I don't really have an opinion. On her. I mean, the only stand up I've seen is of Kevin Brennan sniping her. That one time he went to raid. Yeah, comedy is subjective. As funny as I think I am, there's plenty of people out there who probably think I suck. What are you going to do? I mean, the other night at the main room, my last main room spot, so that was 2 weeks ago, I'm not going to lie and say I was killing, but I was doing very well for a late night spot. So, woman, stage left, sleeping. Now, she was probably drinking all day and had a long day, and she just was like literally like this. So, to 99% of that crowd, I was doing incredibly well. She's sleeping. So, doxing, yeah, we don't dox in here. We don't send stuff to people's homes. We don't do any of that shit. So, um, go to other streams. I think you know which ones do that. Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt that my background is my kitchen, but right now it is what it is. Okay, see, I don't know that Big Black. I mean, I'm not going to watch her material. I mean, like, I'm around the greatest comics in the world. I'm not going to watch Keanu. Earl will name that bushy. No, I need some level of privacy, Bill. So, well, yeah, you're right, but that's my kitchen back there. So, at some point, I hope to have a blank wall behind me. We'll have that on there. We'll have my Jack Lambert poster. It'll be a cool background. I mean, the background's not my problem, to be honest with you. I've got to figure out a way to get more than 28 people in here. But I'm trying. So I love you guys. Very cool chat tonight. Good to see Nasty Neil in here. CCCC. I love Bob Odenkirk. Well, no, I mean, the background could absolutely be better. It'd be better if I had that, like, there. But then there'd be wires dripping down, and that's my fucking kitchen. So I don't really want to, I want to have a life when I'm home. So, yeah, I mean, this is, like, ideally one day, hopefully I move, but I would have the Earl sign. Like, if I don't move anytime soon, I might face this way. So the Earl sign would be there. And then maybe the Jack Lambert picture, and maybe the berry jelly poster. So, well, I mean, I love you guys. You guys are fun, man. I mean, obviously, I wish there was more people in here, but we'll figure that out. Please hit the like and subscribe button. If you've noticed, I've been doing this stream for 2 hours and 15 minutes. I haven't asked for fucking money once. All I want is a like and a subscription. Earl Skakel. Over and out. I'll take note of that, stupid donkey. Listen, you guys are listening. You guys are fans or trolls or whatever. So I do listen to you guys. I might not take action with what you guys tell me, but I do listen. Good night.